Hola, chisteros.
Chistosa.
Chistosa.
¿Cómo eres chistosa?
Sí, sí. Hello and welcome to Friday Fenndango. I'm Shelley Carney.
And I'm Toby Eunice. I think we've only got one email tonight. We've got some voicemails and text messages. And then we have plenty of time for phone calls. So
we could replay my show from earlier.
If you guys didn't see. What was the name of your show today? What was it?
How to have a sexier marriage.
How to have a sexier marriage. Especially if you're not married. Hey, okay.
Hi, chisteros.
So, are you doing Facebook? I'm going to do housekeeping.
Okay.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping, you want towel?
Because who says we need towels? At least one.
Everybody needs a towel.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
To the universe.
If you haven't already, please take a moment to like our video. YouTube likes it when you like our videos. We like it when you like our videos. Share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your business associates, and the entirety of your expansive social networks. That way we can
grow the channel.
And then finally, if you're not already a subscriber, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. And when you see that notifications bell, click on the notifications bell, and that way, whenever we start a live stream or we schedule a live stream, you will be immediately informed and
in the know.
That's right. So I have my friend here helping me tonight. We hadn't planned on this, but we have guests.
He needs me.
But we have guests. William Hada from Connecticut. What did we just say? Connecticuters, right?
Connecticuters are cooler than you.
I was going to say something of great import.
Charcuterie. Great import.
Oh, we have some folks coming over at 9 o'clock to interview us for a documentary they're doing.
Yeah.
And they wanted to interview us before they went back to. So Shelley's here. We're going to do that afterwards. 9 o'clock was the only time we could figure out to do it because that was all the time they had. And I think they're heading back for the West Coast on Sunday. So we couldn't figure out how to make that work, so 9 o'clock tonight, interview time. Oh, and I am going to warn you, they want us to show some behind... Warning. Wow, what was that?
It was your phone. It's like,
Daryl Porter, no soccer tomorrow.
Shocking.
Oh.
What? No soccer?
No, that's Daryl letting me know that Griffin's not playing soccer.
Oh, Griffin.
I wonder if I had an appointment or something.
Well, it's a good thing that there isn't any now because you are going to be somewhere else tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So, speaking of soccer, if you guys take any interest whatsoever...
Snuggles!
Speaking of soccer, if you guys take any interest in soccer at all, you should know that the U.S. women's team is playing in the World Cup final on... Well, it's Mountain Time, so it would be Sunday Mountain Time.
Sunday. Bring your camera.
So it's Sunday at 1 a.m. in the morning. So if you're going to have to, you guys on the
as opposed to 1 a.m. in the afternoon.
Right. Very funny.
It's funny.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. If you want to see the final, they're playing the Netherlands. They beat the UK. They won their game against the UK. 2-1, and before that they won their game against France. So they already played two tough teams. The Germans lost early, which is probably the biggest team out there, but the Netherlanders beat the Swedes in an all-Nordic final. Sure. And so we're meeting them in the final at 1 a.m. I will be up. I might even, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'll log on and just kind of share the experience with everybody at 1 o'clock in the morning.
If you want to.
So... but you should watch it. This is a great women's team. This is the fifth time the women's team, at least in my memory, that the women's team has made it to the finals. And they've won 4 of those already. So yeah, be there or be square.
I think I'll be asleep.
Oh, okay. Well, bye.
That's square then. Then I'm square, all right. Whatever.
I've done with housekeeping. Oh, except for if you care to donate our project, take advantage of the stylized $ at the bottom of your chat window. Click on that, and you can donate from you can donate from 99 cents to $500 to somebody.
And you get a ka-ching.
And you get a ka-ching, and
Just like that.
You can compete in our nightly Super Chat Challenge.
Challenge.
To see who the winner is.
That's
because the winner will get...
To give us extra money.
Will get the notice that they are the winner.
Or if you just want to give us money because you love us so darn much, you can send that to our PayPal account, which comes across the top and every now and then.
See it up there someplace.
PayPal.me/GypsyKiss. Or in the chat room, make sure you start your comments that are directed at us with the @ @Gypsy_Kiss. And turn it orange so we don't miss it. Or you can text us at 866-597-9901. Right there.
And we do have a bunch of texts to read tonight, so we can share together in that experience.
So we should get started on that. Let's hear their stuff.
So I don't know how many of you have heard about Fenndango. Apparently it's going very well. People are having a good time.
Did they have fireworks?
I don't know.
I saw fireworks last night.
No. You can't do fireworks in Hyde Park.
Oh.
Even though
I saw fireworks last night from my house.
You did?
Yeah. I was on the balcony.
Oh, how nice.
I sit on my balcony, and right over there is the fireworks show.
Lady Shelley on the balcony.
Yeah, when we bought the house, they told us you're going to get to see good fireworks.
Good fireworks.
And we do.
All I heard was the fireworks. And several people shooting guns into the air. It's Bernalillo.
They were very noisy, yes. Yeah.
Bueno, pues, we are where? We are at, I guess we're going to have to read this one email.
Because that's all we get.
Yeah, that's all we got is one email since
you people didn't email us. And we're so sad.
We should have lots of, we got lots of text messages.
Jerry emailed us. So thanks, Jerry.
I'm feeling that Daryl doesn't send me a message unless it's really important. I don't know why. I've got to find out if I was supposed to be taken.
Well, it doesn't happen. Soccer. It's not important now.
Well, it's not because there's no soccer tomorrow. But
right. Don't worry about it.
Makes me muy nervioso.
Nervioso?
Very nervous.
I still have fireworks, says Sassy.
Okay, say I am going to give you the...
Hello, everybody. Everybody seems to be pretty excited that I'm here. It was sort of a last-minute deal, but I was here because my show at 4 o'clock
So
happened.
we're still making changes.
5,
we're still moving schedules around. Yeah. Because we're
shuffling it up.
We're trying to build out some channels and kind of keep everything going. So normally Shelley will not be with me on Friday nights, but as I said,
who knows? I might pop up every now and then.
Chihuahua.
Stuff is happening.
Chihuahua.
But not on the 19th.
But not on the 19th. Tell them why you can't be here on the 19th. Can you share that?
It's that time of my life when I have to go in to get a colonoscopy.
Why couldn't they give you the little test thing?
I had that.
Oh, and then they went to colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's, series of events.
Not a pleasant experience.
Oh well, I know. It's actually, from what I understand, the day before is the worst part. The whole drinking of the grossness.
Gross white liquid with radioactive material inside of it.
That's the part I'm not excited about.
All right, so we've done housekeeping. Let's do... I'm hesitant to do this. Said I get to colonoscopy twice a month. That's how I roll.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty courageous, I would say.
Maybe he's a
Scott Douglas says, has anyone heard how Forrest is doing? I have not. I don't think Shelley has.
No news is good news, I always say.
Yeah, I would say no news is good news. But apparently he's going to be at Fenndango tomorrow. So
yeah,
I guess for those of you who are at Fenndango, the
word was from Cynthia last we heard.
Yeah, that was the last we heard, and that was about a week ago. When did we talk?
I think it was when Cynthia was on the show.
a week ago, and she said he was planning to be there. So we'll
And
find
we
out
haven't
tomorrow.
heard
You'll find
otherwise.
tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be people there who can tell us how he's doing. So he's close to his
emails.
88 and a half. Actually, a little bit more than 80. He's almost 89 next month. Right?
August.
Yeah, that's
right.
next month.
August 22nd. This is an email from Jerry from Texas, and it's titled Fenn Treasure. And he says, I would like to call in and share my solve on Wednesday, July 10th with your viewers, mainly because I have been boots on the ground about 10 to 12 times, 6 trips to New Mexico from Texas, and I believe my solve is correct and the treasure has been found.
Oh, one of those, huh? We need a new,
I'm not sure.
do we have any? It's not Roosters, second place.
Second placers.
Second place? Right? Okay, second placers. He went there and...
Lost the link.
Yeah, I lost the link, apparently.
Lost the link. Second place is darkness.
It's just darkness.
Winner gets a treasure. Second place
gets
darkness.
darkness.
You get a hole in the ground. Okay, and the treasure has been found. I will send a Gypsy's Kiss some photos. It would be helpful if you could have Google Earth on your back screen so we can go through my solve, and if possible, Fenn can confirm my solve. I would like to stay anonymous to your viewers, so just refer to me as Jerry from Texas.
Okay, Jerry from, what is that?
Total distance of my solve is approximately 16 miles. Well, we're not walking that.
Jerry, I'm hesitant.
That is way too far to walk.
I would strongly recommend that you not call it your solve anymore. Apparently it belonged to somebody else too, and they beat you to it, so you finished in second. All right, so what we'll do, did he give us a phone number?
No.
All right, Jerry, if you text this, text this. Text your phone number.
Text this.
Text your phone number to 866-597-9901 and remind me that you want us to call you. Just say, please call me. And we'll call you next Wednesday, and you can tell us all about the solve that finished in second place.
All right.
Oh, wait, may I do something? Jennifer Norrid, I see you in the Facebook page, so hi there. So you guys in the Facebook page, if you want to leave a comment, that's reasonable. I can now see them because I'm using Restream.io to watch you guys very closely.
Now the topic of conversation is colonoscopies.
Nice. Well, you guys know how to handle the situation, eh?
Yeah, so anyway, how about we go to the Rooster video and or lead searcher, whichever you choose.
Lead searcher is good. Oh, I'm hesitant to do this. Okay, hang on. I don't know why I did that. I didn't do that. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to go look for the...
All right. We are going to read the Rooster roster from June to see who has found the treasure. Is it you, Sheila Draper? John Edo? S.J. Kent? We know it's not Evan Penn. He gave us the word that he failed. Jana, Minnesota? How about you? Jeff Anschultz? Christy or Mike...
No, they didn't. They came back and said they didn't.
No. Mark Connor, Mitzi Moore, Mitzi, William Goswick, Treasure Finder. Did you find the treasure? J.A. Street. How about Rudy Green, Gary Barber, Copper Dan, Mr. T, Cynthia, Anonymous Searcher, Beverly Hills Billy, or Paladin. Did any of you guys find that treasure out there in June?
Paladin hasn't been back for a while, so maybe he's out still boots on the ground.
Anybody out there got that treasure in their hands?
Mitzi says she thinks the lead searcher video. Mitzi, you missed your May or June?
No,
Where was
she was here. June.
June? Mitzi?
June.
No lead searcher for you, baby doll.
Not unless you have that treasure in hand. Now in July, we're looking at Denise Baker, A Muse in the Craft Room, Louise from Houston, and Zoe the Cat.
So if any of you June searchers that weren't successful in recovering the chest would like to move to a month later than that one,
or
let
if
us
you're
know.
just going to say, you know what, me and Evan Penn, we're in the we did it, we didn't find it group.
We're in the we're like Toby and Shelley.
And Christy.
We did our best and we didn't find it, so we're not going to spend any more money and time looking for it.
Or like George.
Yeah, like George.
I'm done.
I've had it with this thing. I am swearing off the search.
John Ito did not find the treasure.
I found religion instead. Maria Davis in the Facebook page. You're not too late. We've only read one email, Maria, so we're the best.
We're on the Rooster roster now.
We're on the Rooster rosters, and I didn't see your name on there. Okay, you want to go through the room?
I guess we might as well. So many colonoscopy jokes in the room, apparently. Chisteros.
Chistoso.
Chistoso.
Chistoso is a jokester.
Jelly jokesters.
Chistoso.
Chistoso. So, all right. Are we ready to do
go ahead. I'm going to watch.
Video?
Hello. We're going to do hello.
Hola. And we're back to say hello to Tom Sawyer, Debbie Teal, the Sassy 1962, Scott Douglas, Lori Barnes.
Did you say 3D bronze?
No.
Wait, where are you?
Hooley? I'm before 7 o'clock. I'm in the 6:55s. Carabucha. Carabuch, can you do the Fenndango? What are you doing?
Lori Barnes changed her name. Got in her G account.
3D Bronze, Jack, Michael Wimmer, Wayne Ross.
Tell me when you get to.
I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy too.
I love Lucy, yes, I love Lucy.
What time are you at, if you don't mind me asking?
Loves me. 6:57.
Okay, all right, I'm with you.
When a Gypsy's Kiss chimed in.
Got it.
Right there. Velvet Hippo, Aloha. Aloha, ha, ha. Davio. DB Cooper. Lots of conversation going on. James Casey. Journeyman High. DIY Dave. Dave, what is it that you do yourself?
What is it that you're doing it yourself? That you are doing yourself.
Hello from Connecticut, William Hada.
Did you say Michael Wimmer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Wayne
Just
Ross
catching up with
again.
you.
Dan Gelati.
I am looking for...
Dave Headbloom's here. Dave, hey.
Say hi to your son Dan for us.
Vicky McMillan, hello. Don Davidson, cool. Snuggles.
Is there somebody?
He's like the little bear
okay.
from the
Chapter 1 is on page 53. I don't know what they're talking about. What are they talking
Chapter 1 of Thrill of the Chase.
What? What's Shelley doing here on Friday night? Ben Wise sounds like he's almost offended. What's Shelley doing here on Friday? She's not supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
This is Toby's show.
The Toby show. The Tobster.
Tobsters.
Copper Dan. Here with
Copper Dan, your dad's in the room. Say hi.
I think he knew that. They're probably talking to each other, too. Craig Carter. Message retracted. Linda Stark. Jim Siri from Michigan. Brian Ulrich. Hey, Brian. New Jersey. Brian, Gina, and Samantha. They're our friends.
Who?
The Ulrichs.
Oh.
The Ulrich family.
Hi, guys. Are you guys back in New Jersey already?
That's what it says.
Oh, there he is. Hi from New
Mount
Jersey,
Jam,
Brian. Gina.
1971.
Hi, Gina. Hi, Samantha. We put your picture up in our community blog. It was really nice visiting with you guys when you showed up here in the Bernalillo area. We wish you best of luck on your... And did you get, Brian, did you get some footage of that?
Did you get the treasure, more importantly?
Brian wears... Yeah, would he be in the room if you got the treasure?
Why not?
I don't know, being sneaky. So Brian wears a body cam when he's out searching, so he can remember all this stuff. And you can buy them. As a matter of fact, Cynthia sent me a link. You can buy them on Amazon for 140, very high resolution, HD resolution, great audio. But I thought Samantha could use some of that footage on her YouTube channel and make a story out of it, because she's a wonderful little storyteller.
Yeah, we have Jennifer Norrid, Jason Bardsley.
Wait. Jennifer's in 2 places. She's in the Facebook page and the YouTube
Look
channel.
at her go.
Yeah,
You can be in 2 places at once.
I guess you can be in 2 places at one time.
Physics be damned. Robert Zelinsky.
Sassy says, I hope they lose. I don't support any national team that disparages their own country. Who disparages their own country?
I don't know.
Come on,
Soccer?
It's funny because, of course, in America, we have the right of free speech. We can say what we want about our country. You should respect that. I do it all the time.
Are you cray-cray? Missouri Dave. Williams here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Crazy train.
Well, he wants to see our Fennbury pictures. Oh, we don't have.
We haven't gone yet.
We haven't been to Fennbury. We did go up there last week. You know what we can do? We can share those pictures.
Those.
You want to do that?
Didn't we already?
No, we didn't.
Long, long way to Tipperary. It's a long, long way to
The ones
go.
of us hiding the treasure?
We can't show everything.
I'm not.
They haven't found the treasure yet, have they?
Yeah, I don't even know if they're looking. We can show these, though, right?
The ones you showed the other night, yeah.
Oh, are those? Did we show these already?
We showed the couple of them, yeah. The crossing of the dry riverbed, you and Kevin drawing on a tree, the squiggle sign. Yeah, we showed
I'm sorry.
those.
I thought I don't remember showing them. How are you doing?
Debbie Teal.
We answered Scott.
Man in the Park.
Question.
What's
You
going
sound
on?
like Shelley's
Are you
in
at Hyde Park? Man in the Park? Is it Hyde Park?
Hyde State Park.
Oh, yeah.
We can hide.
That too. Point V. Luli Bell.
Dan Gelati just said,
Mr.
ugh.
T. Cinco
I'm assuming
P.
it refers to the, Davio says, yuck.
GL Cannon.
Yeah, Jennifer is. She's in Facebook and YouTube.
Jungle
Wow,
Cruiser.
she can talk twice as much.
January 17th, forever. Abducted by aliens. Mitzi Moore TV and her
Mitzi
big blue
Moore
wrench.
is in the room with her massive blue wrench. Is one of our moderators. We're
Epic
grateful
blue
for that.
wrench.
Epic blue wrench, as is ES, more commonly known as Eric Schmidt, also one of our moderators. I haven't seen John Warner tonight, but he may be in later.
Dodd. OMG. Kind of rhymes.
Do just chickens for second place. Oh, no, we have a second place video. Damn it. I'm gonna go
Somewhere. Tay Boo. What the?
the problem is,
Coop-a-doodle-doo.
okay, hang on a sec.
Scott Douglas.
Hang on. I'm gonna get
Christine
out of studio
Kenzie.
mode. Okay, so keep working there. Keep working.
DB Cooper. Evan Penn.
While you are doing that,
Bradley
I will-
Allen. Give me truth. Message is retracted. Oh, that's not the truth then. He took it
is not
away
the
because
truth.
it wasn't the truth.
Let's see. AGK.
Stephen Marilat.
Show assets.
John Ito, not me. Ah, Mr. T is going back in just a little while. Did not find it yet. Mary Green is here. Play Crazy Bird, says the sassy.
For who?
I don't know. For all the crazies.
Crazy birds. Crazy birds. Because there's a bunch of them out there.
It's
All right.
chapter.
This is it's we have a request, special request. That was for you,
those
Sassy.
crazy birds.
So they keep asking me. AGK does chapter 1 begin on page 8? I don't have my book in front of me, Davio. There are several.
You want me to go get it?
Do you mind? So there are several pages that are labeled in Roman numerals. The Roman numerals I, through 5 or 6. So then there's kind of a preface that he does that we don't think of as a chapter. So let me just take a look at it and see what it because he didn't do chapters. He just gave them names. So he's never referred to them as chapters as long as I've. Oh, thank you.
Just in.
Okay, so there's the frontis. Then there's 1. They start numbering at 2, 3, 4. The preface is on page 4. So he's literally counting from the back of the inside front cover. So there's 1, 2, 3. Oh no, he's not. All right. So 1. This is to Toby Eunice. Happy reading.
Schrodinger's cat. What about Schrodinger's cat?
That's that.
I know what it is,
okay.
but why is
1,
he saying that?
2, 3.
My super chat
4,
never went through. Oh
5,
no, DIY Dave.
6,
if that doesn't work for you, there's always PayPal.
7.
But sometimes it just takes a little while. It's a bit of a delay.
If you count the photograph of Fenn signing his book at the Turquoise Mine at San Lazaro, then yes, I would say chapter 1 starts on page 8.
8.
So I'm not sure what that tells us. Maybe you can tell me what that is all meaning of the grand scheme of things, Davio, because I don't know. Are we done with names?
Yep.
Can we go to texts? Wait.
Susie Fenhaven. I didn't say that one.
Hi, Susie.
And Samantha Ulrich. Ah.
Is Samantha
Oh,
in the
she
room?
says we will be home in 2 hours.
All right. Oh, they're
still driving, I guess.
texting from home. Hi, Samantha.
Driving.
Nice meeting
texting
you,
in
sweetie.
the car.
Let's see. She says, hello, Toby and Shelley.
Hey, honey. Honey's in the room.
Oh, hi, sweetie.
That's Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin to you.
Oh, okay. Kevin.
Kevin.
I
had him watching 3-2-1 Penguins and
Kevin. The photo of the radiator looks amazing. Thank you for that.
I took
DIY
a picture of the
Dave,
one you just printed
so
today.
DIY Dave is soldering batteries while listening to tonight. So he's an RC guy because RC guys solder batteries.
Ew.
So it
sounds
could be
dangerous.
RC cars. It could be probably not racing drones. They solder their own batteries, lithium batteries. So DIY, you gave us a hint. Tell us why you're soldering batteries. So it sounds RC to me, but I could be wrong.
DIY Dave super chat is up the chat room a little ways. Oh, we missed it? Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it
Bipping. Electric car. Shelley can't go. Shelley can't go. Electric car. I don't know what that means. I know chick in a car and a car can't go. That's how you spell Chicago.
Okay, well, ECSCG. Nope, that doesn't mean
I don't know either.
Full size car, this says DIY Dave. Oh, full size. Oh, DIY Dave is building his own lithium batteries for a full size electric powered car.
Oh.
That's why he's DIY. He is building his own car. I'm impressed. Man in the Park says, a Gypsy's Kiss. He's making, well, they must have had that conversation before. I'm sorry we missed that. Let's see. Okay. So let's go to text messages, and we have a text message video that I always remember to play.
Mm-hmm.
Susie Fennhaven says, candles lit, AGK talking Fenn, live can't get much better. That's how I feel about it. Somebody on Facebook, I think I told you this.
We're happy.
Somebody sent us
I cannot leave the show. Well,
a video.
I keep trying.
Keep
bringing me back.
Every time you try to get out, they pull you back in.
Chistaros. How does that go again? Chistanos. Wait.
Chistoso.
Chistoso.
Very happy. Velvet Hippo says, at DIY Dave, fist bump. I think that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's read some text messages.
Hi, Steve from Oregon.
Let's see. No transcript available, voicemail, but he panicked.
It sounds like a sports announcer.
But he,
like a horse race.
But he dropped that ball. This is from 307. I watched your video on the first 5 clues being solved. How accurate do you think you are in making assumptions that Fenn's treasure is in that 6 to 7 mile range? And why not the 10 miles? Want to answer that?
We don't even think it's there anymore.
We don't think it's there. We didn't. If you remember correctly, I think we used that video as an example of how you can put a solution together. But yeah, nobody solved 5 clues. That's just.
It's unfortunate that it worked out that way. I mean, it's impossible that it's there because it's private land.
Okay, this is from 310.
And wasn't it like dangerous material anyway?
No. It was on private land.
Yeah, but wasn't that stuff you wouldn't want to eat it because it's like
radioactive?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's got a chemical component to it that isn't healthy for you.
Right.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't remember now. It's been a while since we did that.
The brown stuff.
Since we did that research. Sulfur.
No, it wasn't sulfur.
No, it wasn't sulfur.
Mercury. No.
No.
Anyway.
I'm going to go back and get it.
Devil's Slide. What is the geological component of Devil's Slide that is poisonous?
And brown at the same time.
Question for the chat room.
And don't say poop. Okay, so this is a voicemail from... Let's see who this is from.
Yeah, hi, Toby. This message is not for the show. It's just for you.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. I'm not sure. Oh, that's from Jans. Okay, he was just telling us he was going to be here tonight. So if he's right, it's not for the show. All right, let's see. This is from 907. Is this Brian Ulrich?
Hello, Toby. This is Brian. I
Yes.
just wanted to say how much I enjoy the show. Keep up the good work. We'll be tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. That was very nice to say. That wasn't Brian Ulrich, by the way.
Oh.
Davio. Oh, long one from Davio. Let's go. I love long ones from Davio. Okay. I love the long one from Davio.
Hello, Fenn Universe. This is Davio22 asking a big question about Thrill of the Chase book. Where does first chapter begin? Is it right after the poem? Page 6, the big W, is that chapter? Or is it on page 8 where it says important literature and the picture of Fenn? Which is the first chapter? Page 6 does have a little square indicating the end of said chapter. Granted, there is no words that begin said W as the beginning of a chapter, except perhaps maybe the poem, and or this book is dedicated to those who would have the thrill of the chase, or who love the thrill of the chase. Excuse me. So, question. First chapter, page 6, or is it page 8? Where is the first chapter in this book, since there is no index or chapter numbers or glossary? That is the question, sir. Put it to the room. Let's see what they say.
All right,
Much
room.
love and be safe out there, everybody. Ciao.
We'll leave this one up to you. To me, the chapters are indicated with a chapter title and a horizontal line. I've never thought of the title cap. What do they call that? The big capital letter. There's a name for that. Something cap. Super cap. Something cap. I've never thought of that as an indication of the title. I've always thought the title, important literature, and the horizontal line indicated the beginning of a chapter.
I say if Fenn had wanted the chapters numbered, he would have numbered them. There's no chapter 1. They're not numbered. They're not chapters.
Good point.
They're just words.
Okay, here's a voicemail, and...
Hooli says drop cap.
Drop cap. Thank you, Hooli.
Mitzi says clipping
He panicked.
Love the long one from Davio.
Okay. Who said that, Mitzi?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to put that in your next video, Mitzi. I love the long one. There goes my monetization. Can anyone, so this is from area code 515. Remember, guys, when you're going to text us, send us your name, your first name at least, and from whence you are calling. Whence. Can anyone?
When or where?
No, that's where. Whence. From whence he came. Shakespeare.
Uh-huh.
Can anyone ask for us about the possible new second chest Gotti was posting on Instagram? Yes. So that's not a new second chest. So, oh God, this could get deep right away.
Oh, look, we have super chat.
Thank God. Sorry, I'd answer that question, but we had super chat.
Look up the meaning of chapter. It sounds like some kind of a personal problem to me.
Look up the meaning of chapter. Is that from William?
Yes.
Yeah, William gets. Thank you, William. That's very nice. I'm going to do an extra one for you. So Davio, William suggests and paid for the privilege of suggesting that you look up the definition of chapter. So let me go back to this guy. Where was it? Oh, it went to the top now. I went to the bottom. So I didn't see Gotti's Instagram, so I don't know what he's talking about. There are two possibilities. There is a very similar chest that was recently discovered. I don't know if it was discovered, but uncovered at the Detroit Institute of Art Museum. And then there is a chest that there are, I think, 100 of these chests that have been cast in bronze by a company whose name I forget. But he donated one of those chests to give away to someone. So Sasha Johnston was running a competition where you sent her an email. Fenn was supposed to draw a name from the batch of emails, and that person has already been identified. But apparently the guy that was sponsoring all of this by giving them the chest, because they're $3,000 to $5,000, some of them as much as $10,000 based on when they were produced, et cetera, et cetera. But apparently the guy ended up in the hospital. I don't know what K-Pro knew what happened. Venetti's. So he got sick and he's in the hospital. So they've postponed making the award of the treasure chest to whoever's name was selected by Fenn this last week. So that's all I got to say about that. Has anyone, so this is 978, has anyone proposed Adam Brown's home from Osborne Russell's book of The Home of Brown? Yes.
I like these concise answers.
Yeah.
We need more of those.
321, Scott from Florida asks, is there really a Chase-related TV show and pre-production? There was rumors of one, but so far that's all that
we don't know if it's been picked up or just floating out there.
It's been a while since they announced it. God, it's been close to a year now.
Yeah, movie and TVs can just, they're very odd in their timing. They can make like that, or it can take years and then nothing happens. Ask Douglas Preston about that.
Yeah, there is nothing, to the best of our knowledge, in the state of production. There were some pitches and some made,
Brevity is
but
the
they never
soul
got
of
through.
wit.
Brevity.
Speaking of Shakespeare.
Let's see. From 515, it's Gabe from Iowa. He says, can anyone ask for us about the possible new... Oh, okay, that's the same question. Well, Gabe, there is no new second Forrest Fenn treasure. There is a bronze chest that is... What's the word that I'm looking for? Is a duplicate of the one that Fenn made. And it was made by a company called Venetti's, and they're casting 100 of these things using different components and the prices. I think the least expensive one is like $3,500. So, but it's not another Fenn treasure chest. It's a copy of the chest, not the treasure. I don't know how better way to answer that.
That's good enough.
Has anyone proposed Adam Brown's home from Osborne to Russell book as the home
You
of
just
Brown?
read that.
I said, well, he's writing back. He said, really? Just yes. Any further explanation on it? No. I mean,
It's been suggested, and
we've seen theories on it, like everybody. I mean, all these
still
have
out
been
there.
proposed in theories, but the treasure chest hasn't been found. So I don't know. Since none of those were my theories, I think the right person to ask is the person who built out the theory and then looking for the chest. So the only thing I can say is yes, because I know it's been
commemorative chest.
I know it's been incorporated into various theories.
They
so
say
that's the
it's
only
a
thing I can say.
commemorative chest.
Wow, that was easy. That's all the texts. No more
Marty
texts.
Bird says, Toby, what do you make of Forrest specifically saying drones will be unable to assist in finding the treasure?
Since Forrest has flown aircraft and never flown a drone, I think that's...
That you know of.
That's
allegedly.
Allegedly, Forrest has never flown a drone. So here's what I think about that. I think that a drone will help you evaluate your location from something between boots on the ground and Google Earth, because right now those are your two choices: Google Earth, boots on the ground. The advantage that the drone provides you is it gives you an overhead, bird's eye view of your search area, and it covers a lot of territory very inexpensively, very compactly, very efficiently, and it's a lot better than Google Earth. So
Christine Kenzie, spend time with your family. Don't miss these magical moments.
So while it is not likely at this point in time it can help find the treasure, the simple fact of the matter is this technology is constantly evolving. I can buy a drone that's LiDAR and infrared, so it has all three capacities: visible light, infrared, and LiDAR. I can buy that drone for $50,000. That's going to help me. Now, will it locate precisely where the treasure is? No, because if you stuck this under a rock, you're still not going to find it. But it will help me evaluate the location. It'll provide more information about the location than I could get by looking at Google Earth or being boots on the ground. So I disagree in the sense that if what he means, so I agree if what he means is that a drone's not going to locate the treasure for you, I agree with that. But what a drone will do is provide you additional information, intelligence, to help you better find the treasure yourself, give you more information to help you find the treasure. So any technology is going to do that. Any advanced technology is going to help you get closer to this treasure. That's the whole point of technology. Why have it if we can't do anything with that? And if you look at the treasures that have been found since probably the I'm going to be generous and say the 1970s. All of those treasures have been found as a result of not people stumbling over and stumbling around in the forest, bumping into them. They have been discovered as a result of evolving technology. And I'll use this example again. The most recent hoard of treasure, the Spanish galleon that came from Colombia on its way to Mexico, $17 billion treasure in today's dollars, was discovered as two things. It was an accident because it was discovered by the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute team that was mapping the ocean floor, and they saw an anomaly, and they went back and checked it out. Accident? Yes. Would it have been discovered without that technology? No, it could be another time. Technology, ocean mapping radar, and accident. So I don't hold what Fenn has said is that you're not going to stumble over the treasure chest. You have to tell. I take that one literally. The indication being that I'm not physically going to trip over the treasure chest. That does not mean when Fenn says, it's my example of when Fenn says to me, he doesn't
say anything to you.
No. I mean, if Fenn were to talk to me, if Fenn were to say
according to Fenn,
if Fenn were to say in public, the treasure will never be found accidentally, that's different. I disagree with that entirely. When he says it will not be stumbled upon, I agree with him. He says it won't be stumbled upon. But I think the treasure, Pootie said this. He said the treasure is going to be found one day when there's going to be some hot babe taking her Instagram selfie, and she's going to see something photobombing her shot. She's going to turn around. It's going to be Fenn's treasure and a body. Who knows?
So 3D Bronze gave us a super chat. When you first started pontificating back an hour ago or so. He said maybe he is talking about the mini and extra mini chests that will be available soon. See the wax model prototypes in progress at 3dbronze.com.
Oh, there you go.
So at least he paid for his ad.
Yeah, that was nice. That was very kind of him to pay for the ad. I wonder if they're connected and 3D Bronze said to him, hey, ask a question about those new bronze chests that are outside.
Yeah, let's
so
bring
I can
up
do a little
chest
promotion.
things.
So what's the website? Let me go take a look at it.
3dbronze.com.
3D Bronze. Let's go visit 3D Bronze's website. We need to, this is worth more super chat here at 3D. We're actually going to visit the size. 3, that's not a 3.
And I sent Christine Kenzie off to have marshmallows with her family.
Oh, bless her heart. Is it 3, the number 3, or the word 3? 3D Bronze. Wow. Okay, so here's his current work.
You're going to put it on the screen if you want to.
Okay,
share it with the people.
Thank you. Screenshot. Oh, I got to go back to the studio. Hang on.
Yeah, you get used to one thing and you forget how to do the other.
Okay, so his current work includes the bronze chest clasp that we have already seen. That he should have donated one to you because you could wear it on the show all the time and go like,
I don't know. That might be a good idea.
And then he says his upcoming work. So those look like wax models of
the chest
Fenn's
and
treasure chest, the mini chest. They without the gold. These two in the back look like they have the clasp. This one doesn't.
Schmancy.
So if you want more information on the chest mail 3D Bronze at gmail.com. Or reserve yours today. How much are they, 3D Bronze? Tell the room how much they are.
He says.
Oh.
Thank you.
So we're giving him some promotion, limited edition. So the gatekeeper sculpture is 300 pel. Oh, that's why we didn't get a donation. I mean, that's why we didn't get one. That's 300 simoleons right there. That's a lot of work. It is a bronze.
Yeah.
And let's
see. You should make one out of, I don't know, something cheap. Send it to me. I can wear that.
Yes, make it something cheap, and then I will nickel plate it. Somebody want all nickel plated? I'd have to copper plate it first, but so it's a very nice looking piece. I got to admit.
Chocolate, make it out of chocolate. Yeah.
Is that Mitzi?
I don't know. Michael Wimmer.
Make them out of chocolate. Okay, so let me go back to full screen here.
And DB Cooper, yeah.
All right, so there we are, 3D Bronze. Thank you for the
Yeah.
Thank you for your advertising.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your support.
Continued
support
of each other.
Oh, so Gabe sent us the reference to Gotti. Gabe, do me a favor. I can't open that window and share it with the folks on the screen. If you send it to my text message, do me a favor and send me that same link to a Gypsy's Kiss at gmail.com, and I'll open it from there to see what he's talking about. Let me see. I don't want to get out of here. So, Gabe, just send it to a Gypsy's Kiss at gmail, and I'll open it there. Question, what do you, Scott from Florida asks, same Scott from Florida says, what do you think the treasure would bring at auction if found next week in 10 years? I'd roughly estimate, well, it depends. So if you went to a credible auction house like Christie's or Sotheby's and explained the story, they would have to know the story, although they probably already do. They would promote it, right? What you would count on is they would promote it. And think about this. Just open up your imagination, because imagination is more important than knowledge. So you go to
Are we doing ASMR now?
Yeah, we're going to do some ASMR. ASMR. Knowledge.
A little Bob Ross going on.
Okay, so think about this. So you take it to Sotheby's. You tell them this is a unique and one-of-a-kind piece, that treasure. That it was hidden by this crazy old coot that had a gal, blah, blah. You tell the story. By this time, 20 people have died looking for the treasure. right? Make up some of the story. And you take it to Sotheby's, you tell them the whole story, and they say, we'll take it on for this fee. Now, their normal fee is 15%. I would let them take as much as 20% if they did a great job of promoting it. And they have an email contact list that is worldwide and consists mostly of people. They know the people in the world, the people with money in the world who are looking to own things that are unique. One of the characteristics of people with lots of money is they like owning things that are unique. One-off cars, one-off houses, et cetera, et cetera. That's a characteristic. I've never had that experience, but that's a characteristic of people who have lots of money. So they're going to send out a listing, a catalog, and it's going to have the Fenn treasure, and it's going to have all the pieces that are in that treasure, including the unopened olive jar and the turquoise bracelets with a 22 turquoise stones. They're going to spread that to all their contact list, and they're going to let them know that it's going to go up for auction. And those contact lists go to rich people. And those rich people can be as varied as Saudi oil princes or Russian mafiosos and oligarchs, right? But the one thing they have in common is, or the two things they have in common is
money.
Money. William Hada, thank you for visiting. It's not a restoration, William. We really appreciate it and making the comments that you do. Azia has a question.
I am really hoping that Shelley and you are the ones who find Fenn's treasure, especially because that probably would really irritate the heck out of Forrest.
You know what? If I
every super chat you guys give us probably irritates the heck out of Forrest.
I don't know. He probably doesn't even watch the show. Anywho, so here's the deal. You're gonna go to Sotheby's. You're gonna tell them the story. You're gonna tell them the number of people who died, and then they're gonna market this to the people with lots of money who want to own unique objects. There is only one of these in the world. There is only one of these in history,
and it has a story.
And it has a great story, right?
People love.
I call him an old coot, but he's a personable guy with a good story, and he's got books to prove it. And so they're going to market that to all those people, and they're going to show up on that day of that auction, and they're going to start trying to outbid one another to own this unique piece of history.
Put together by a guy who had an art gallery, so he knows what he's looking for.
And he flew a fighter aircraft, and who grew up in a small town in Texas. He's got a great story, so the story goes along with it. 350,000 people have looked at the treasure. All these people were looking for it. We were flying drones everywhere searching for it. And nobody found it until this one person found it and gave it to Sotheby's. So here's the benefits of all that. If you took and melted down all the gold if you could liquidate every piece individually or melt the gold into one pile, you're going to make $1 million, maybe $1.5 million, maybe at the outside $2 million. You put it up to auction to really rich people who want to own unique items. I think the sky's the limit. I would hope for $5 to $8 million. That would get me through the end of my life.
People spend all kinds of money on stuff.
These are people that are billionaires. $5 to $8 million is nothing to them. 10 million, maybe 20 million is nothing to them to own that one historically unique piece. That there aren't going to be any, and then if they want to donate it to a museum or let it be shown at a casino or do whatever they want to do, they can do it because it's theirs now. You've just transferred title to Vladimir Putin.
Oh, I don't think he's got that kind of money, but some of his friends probably do.
No, he's got that kind of money because they're all giving him the big payoff. It's been estimated his wealth is at $225 billion. That means he's richer than Jeff Bezos.
Wow.
And we wouldn't know that because we'll never see Vladimir Putin's tax returns. Don't get me started. Anyway,
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
That's so to attempt to estimate the potential value of this treasure at auction, I think would be a mistake at this point because I think it's inestimable. If whoever you chose to auction it off for you does it correctly and markets it correctly as a unique piece of history, there's nothing like it any place in history. In this bronze chest, only duplicated in miniature by our friend 3D Bronze. You can see him at 3dbronze.com.
That's right. The number 3, dbronze.com.
So I think the number can skyrocket. I mean, there's a point at which they'll all stop and say,
"Oh, that's the email you wanted."
Well, let me check it, make sure. So I think the
How
price
long
will
is a
skyrocket.
rope?
How long is a rope?
As long as it needs to be.
As long as it needs to be to spank Betsy.
Watch yourself.
I don't know. Okay.
Watch yourself.
Let me see where that. So Gabe sent me that. Let's see. Okay. So that's Gotti's. So, okay, well, I'll share the picture with you. It's another treasure. It looks like contemporary coins, and there's nothing in there that gives any indication of specifically what it is. So now let me zoom it in a little bit. So Gotti NBC is Gotti Schwartz. He's working out of Los Angeles. Little treasure on Forrest Fenn's desk. Thrill of the chase. Oh, so he hashtagged it so that Forrest would see it. DM the secret clues. That's a lot of Susan B. Anthony's. Yeah. So there's a lot of Susan B. Anthony's and Sacagawea dollar coins in there. So it's definitely not Fenn's. So somebody find it for Rio. Yeah, it's not Fenn's treasure. So sorry, buddy. Who was that asked? That's not Fenn's treasure, not a second chest, etc., etc. But for that, we would have, zooming in too far. All right, let me go back to full screen. So that's what that is. I mean, it's obvious that it's not the bronze chest that's being produced in miniature by our friend 3dbronze.com. You can find him, and you can email him at 3. You can find out more at 3dbronze@gmail.com. I'm going to carry this way too far at some point. Okay, so let's open up the phone lines. We have an hour of
All right.
You ready for this?
All right.
You ready
let's
for
do
this, Freddie? I hear something running in the background. Do you hear something? You're a low-level hum? No? Okay, let's see. I think that's it. No, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, phone lines are open. Wow. Phone lines are open, 866-597-9901. Call in and let's talk about
stuff.
Such as lets people take on one of those when they visit. Yeah.
Toby, your refrigerator is running, says the man in the park.
Is that what it sounds like to you? I thought
you better go catch it before it gets away. I don't know.
Okay, so answer to that question. That is on Forrest's desk, and when visitors come, he lets them take one of those Sacagawea or Susan B. Anthony dollars. I guess that's the story there. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. Who's calling? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation? Hola.
Is the caller there?
Is the caller there? Hola. Caller. No caller? We have no caller?
The color green.
Okay, caller decided to hang up. It's okay. All right, phone lines are still open, 866-597-9901. Call in, and we've got Forrest waiting in the next room.
Play the open phone lines video.
Dang, nabbit.
That's why they don't know how to call in, because they didn't see it first.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello?
Who's there? I'm talking. Hello.
Hello. Who is this?
You know what this is.
Okay, there we go. Oops, different number. I thought it was the same person. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your question? Oh, no, wait. Who are you? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation? We don't have to make a question this time. Am I not connected? Let's see. Caller's there. Oh, that's not good now. Wait a minute. Let me make sure that the Bluetooth is connected. Hang on, caller. Just if you can hear me, raise your hand.
That would work if we were FaceTiming.
Bluetooth is connected. Honey. That's all. Don't know.
What's going on?
What's going on, caller? So, caller, send me a text message.
You got the sound up? Audio?
Wait. Caller? Hola, caller. Son of a biscuit. Call me. Call me real quick. Call the 866 number real quick. Everybody gets it. Why is Davio? What's going on with Davio?
I don't know. He's mad.
Oh no! Why are you mad, Davio? You're such
People
a good person.
picking on him.
Don't pick on Davio, people. Davio's a good guy. Did you call the 866 number? You on? Roadcaster. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can hear you fine.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Yeah, no, I hear you now.
Well, I can hear both of us.
Okay. I hear you. There's a delay, but yeah,
All
I
right.
hear you.
Okay.
We need to get that new...
we know the system is working. Okay, folks. System is working just like I paid $600 for.
Calm down. Spent a whole lot of money on little trucks.
Oh, good point. Good
I'm
point.
going to get technical about it.
Yeah, good point. That's probably should keep that a little secret there.
Yeah, you're just going to make a channel about them, so
Yeah.
I think people are going to know your secret. All right, the phone lines are open, and apparently it works, so feel free to call.
866-597-9901. That's 866-597-9901. Call now. There is no waiting. You are caller number uno.
There we go. Sassy calling you.
Oh, it's Sassy. Let's hope we get this. I don't want to hear from Sassy. Hey, Sassy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Jesus Christ, yeah. Okay, go ahead and talk again so I can get the volume.
No, it's Sassy.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, well, I was just calling because everybody said Sassy called in.
Oh, so why are they telling you to call in? Did you make a comment?
No, I'm just sitting here listening to fireworks and listening to you guys, and they said Sassy call in, so I did.
All right. So,
at least your system works.
Yeah, we know the system works. It's not us.
It's never us.
Yeah,
We're
never
perfect.
us.
It's not you.
Hey, did you see my commentary on hiding the Fenn treasure up in Fenndango
I've
the other
been
night?
commenting on that for a while now.
Did you see my commentary on that?
No. Were you talking about me again?
No. I was trying to make the comparison. I recommended that everyone should have the experience of hiding a treasure and writing a poem and sharing the poem with their friends so that they go and find it, because it was a very enlightening experience.
Yeah, it really is. And, there's been if I go out there, then also here's fireworks.
Oh, okay.
The couple little treasure hunts that I've been pairing up with people that are at those locations.
Yeah.
That's what they've been saying too, is how cool it was just to be boots on the ground and go look.
Right. And how good it was to confirm as they went through. How many clues were there total in the David Blaine thing?
Oh, when it came down to it, there were I think it was 8 words, or they were no, it was 6 3-word sentences.
Okay, wait. Let me
3 or 4 words.
Let me rephrase that. How many physical locations did you have to find in order to get to the treasure?
None. You had to just solve all the codes until you came up with this little series of phrases that was something like City of Angels, where the sycamore grows.
Well, yeah, but those are physical places, right? So City of Angels is Los Angeles, right?
Right.
So if you knew,
and where the sycamore grows is Laurel Canyon.
Right. So those clues represented physical locations that you could go and confirm existed.
Yes, but at that point, everybody knew that the Fearless DVD was filmed at that particular location on Laurel Canyon. So the minute I saw City of Angels and Sycamore, I knew the address.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well,
so
I just wanted to see if there's anything. I keep asking about the David Blaine treasure because I keep wondering whether or not there's something to be learned from it that would help us.
You know, I don't think Forrest really had any knowledge of the David Blaine hunt. Maybe not until after he did it. Somebody might have told him about it, but
yeah.
I don't think he had. And I don't think that he's necessarily doing it. I mean, this isn't a hunt like the traditional masquerade and all of those David Blaine hunt. This is more of like a Boy Scout treasure hunt, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what you did when you looked for things at camp, when they hid treasures at camp when you were a kid. It's more that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, follow the fork in the road till you pass the cabin that hoots, and maybe it was Owl Cabin or whatever, you know. More like something that you did at summer camp.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
As opposed to, you know, I don't even call it. The David Blaine hunt wasn't even really a hunt. It was like so much more complicated, and masquerade too. They're all so much more complicated. I'm having a hard time making myself believe that the Fenn hunt is anywhere near that depth.
So Steve wants to know.
Steve
wants to know if the other search, meaning the David Blaine search, has shaped her solve in the Fenn search. Steve wants to know, has the other search shaped your solve in the Fenn search?
It did at first. Well, no, I take it. Okay. It didn't at first. And then about 6 months into it, I changed my mind and decided it was complicated. And then now that I've come back to it 10 years later, I've decided, no, it's not complicated.
Wait, what's not?
Does that make sense?
What's not complicated?
Well, when I first
Wait. You just said it's not complicated. To what were you referring?
The depth of the puzzle, the puzzling and the skills needed to solve the Fenn hunt, I initially did not think was complicated because it was just this little hunt in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I got into it, that kind of grew bigger. And then like it came out in the magazines, I started thinking, well, maybe it is complicated like the David Blaine hunt. Maybe we do have to find ciphers and all that kind of stuff. And then I kind of dropped out of it. And then now 10 years later, here we are. And I'm back to thinking it's not complicated.
So,
that it's real more like a summer camp hunt. And we're just not, you know, we're not the home team, so we don't know where these things are.
Sassy, I agree with you. I think you're absolutely right. I think this isn't a complicated hunt, that it's simple if you figure out what Fenn means in each of the cases, Home of Brown, et cetera, et cetera. I agree with you. I think it's like one of those Boy Scout hunts that you described. LR wants to know what your key word is. Can you share that?
Well, my keyword for a long time was bold.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think that treasure can be bold.
Right.
But I give credit to the concept that it's treasures because it is such a long word.
I see you and I agree on that one, huh?
But then there's the word it. I mean, and if your solve has an it that's consistently the same it throughout the poem, then it could be the keyword. In my particular solve, it is consistent throughout the poem. It's the same it.
Yeah.
But then there's another one.
Well, wait. So the gentleman wants to know, what's your key word?
Frack.
Frack. There's no frack in the poem, Sassy.
I know. I don't have a keyword.
All right.
Then I'm doing all I do to make everything line up. I've had different keywords. Some of them work, some of them don't.
Right.
Some of them work for different things. I'm not putting a lot of cotton into that. I'd rather pinpoint, and I have pinpointed what I believe. I just don't have anybody to go look for it at the moment. We did a photo recon of the area that I thought it would be in. I put a circle down and I said, I want photos of this place. And she came back with the location that I was like, and why didn't you pull that thing back right there? Because I was just taking pictures. So, okay, that's what we agreed on was photo recon. Okay, now we just got to get back up there. So, I'm more.
This is your search partner.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm more interested in, and I've got it so that every single one of these, whether they're clues or hints or let's just say lines of the poem, including in the first and last stanzas, all fit perfectly into the solution. I don't know if it's right or not, but every single line of the poem has something from my solution. It's attached to something in my solution. So at this point, I'm not even trying to figure out which ones are the clues and which ones aren't. And I even figured out something for Terry Scant that fits right in with my solution.
Oh, good. Wow.
So, and that's surprising. That was really like, oh my goodness. It's not what I thought it was. And Marvel Gaze and all that, it lines up. And, it looks really good on paper, but whether it looks good when you get boots on the ground or not is entirely different.
When do we have you for boots on the ground?
I don't think Kelly can go back until like the end of July because she's teaching summer school right now. Mm-hmm. So my ex was going to go, but he had a heart attack.
Yeah, so we know. We read about it.
He's not in the shape to go up to where this is. I mean,
you know what they say?
An 80-year-old man could up there.
You know what they say about people who have heart attacks is to get right back on the horse, get back to being active right away. Back in the olden days, they tell you to just rest. Now they tell you I think that's one of the things that kept me alive.
But he's been a flatlander all of his life. Yeah. He's only been in New Mexico a few years, and if you hear booming, I'm sorry, the fireworks are going off again. Yeah. He's been in New Mexico just a couple of years, and he had some strokes before he left California. Oh. So I told him, look, dude, you're still in it with us, but you're not doing anything. I'm not going to, he's my son's father. I'm not going to risk his life and then after crazy treasure. Just stay home and we'll deal with it,
Davio, Sassy's ex, who happens to be a member of the film community in Albuquerque, and we know, had a heart attack. It's been about 2 months now? Month and a half? Sassy?
It's been about a month.
Yeah. So
It's been about a month.
and he happens to live here in
he's
Albuquerque.
my ex, but
And he was the guy that was with Sassy when she asked him to turn around and go get the treasure, go recover the treasure.
yeah, when the David Blaine hunt, I couldn't drive anymore because I had poison oak all over my feet and they were all swollen.
Yeah.
So I couldn't shift. And so I made him drive me back to the location, and he was very reluctant. You better be right. Gosh darn it. If you're not right, and we drove all the way to LA for nothing, you better be right.
Yeah, nobody wants
it was
to
like
drive
that
to LA
for an hour
nothing.
and a half.
All right.
And
well,
you were right.
But
what?
when I decided to get back into this, my son really wanted to be a part of it with his marine skills and stuff, and he wanted to help his dad. So we've decided that, even though we're kind of a broken up family, we're going to do it as a family. And everybody's got their job to do. And
so when you find it, that way you can all go to court and work out who owns what.
No, listen, it's better to just split it all up equally between my search partner and my ex and my son, and everybody can have, a nice, happy place in their life with it if we find it. If not, we're not spending a bunch of money to, we're not mortgaging houses to go look at this. They trust me. They trust my.
You don't want to do
figures
that.
and things out.
Okay, all right.
But I don't want to go.
We're going on.
We're
going on 15 minutes now, so let me take another call. Thank you for calling in.
Okay, well,
and whenever the room tells you to call
tell
in.
somebody else.
Well, what I want to know is I want to know from the room. Everybody in the chat room, put down your keyword. Let's see what everybody decides. Halt came up several times. Maybe
But I don't have a keyword anymore.
Maybe I'll ask it in next year's. I'll ask it in next year's survey. What is?
Yeah, because I don't have a keyword anymore. It became more important filling in every single line, making every single line of the poem match in my solve.
Yeah.
Finding a solution that matched every single line in the poem, even lines that we think aren't clues.
So I'm going to make the same suggestion to you that I made to the folks the other night.
Hey, bloop bop.
Right? And that is go hide a treasure, walk backwards to find the landmarks that will get people there, and then write a poem that represent those landmarks and give it to your family and friends. 9 clues. See what happens.
Yeah.
All right, sweetie.
Yeah,
thank you for calling
fine.
in. I really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again soon, I'm sure. When's the next time you're coming out to New Mexico?
Okay, thanks, Toby.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Shelley.
Bye. So I was wondering, did you see the back of the poem that I wrote? Because it was on front and back, and then I saw what you did, and then I was like, I bet he missed the back.
I did miss the back. Is it important?
Okay, so...
Well, she's not posting it.
Our poem got a lot harder.
She's not posting it until
that was
tomorrow.
half the poem on the back of the page.
Here.
You didn't turn it over?
Let's change it right now. Why would I turn it over? I didn't need to turn it over.
It was written on both sides.
Okay, here, change it right now so I can get that to, hang on. Hello, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation?
But I don't have the page anymore.
Right here. It's right here. Oh.
Did you throw it away?
I did.
So it does us no good then. Did you throw out the garbage?
Yep. Nope. It's still in the garbage. I guess I can dig it out.
In the garbage or the recycling?
I think it's in the, good question. No, I would have thrown it in there and that would have gone in the, it's still in my trash. I'll dig it out. Just like the old days.
Wait a minute.
So
yeah, you missed the last bit of it.
What was it? Can you remember it?
No, it was like, I don't remember exactly. No. It was.
Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation?
Not important.
Well, sorry, buddy. We can't hear anything.
It was just a little like don't dig up a graveyard and there's pine trees or something. I don't know. It was helpful, but it wasn't clues. You know?
Yeah.
The last bit. So they don't need it.
Are they going to find it with that?
They can.
I mean, I changed this last one, right? Because I felt like what was written wasn't enough. Well, now I know why. There's a whole other stanza out there.
I read it to you in the car. I thought you would be paying attention and you would turn it over.
You can't remember it? I can add it here and tell because she's not going to post it.
Not exactly, no. I'd have to at least look at my notes.
Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation?
Hello, Toby.
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, how you guys doing, you and Shelley? Briefly, my name's Mike, calling from Madison, Indiana.
Madison, you don't sound like you're from Madison.
Ohio River.
Where are you from originally? You don't sound like you're originally from Madison.
I'm originally from Madison.
Wow.
I was in the military, so I spent a lot of time Spokane, Washington, Tucson, kind of scattered about the countryside.
All right. So what do you have to?
But yeah,
what do you have to say on this whole Fenn treasure thing?
What's that now?
What do you have to say on this whole Fenn treasure thing?
Well, just a weird thing. The blaze bothers me.
Why does it bother you?
The blaze comes across as something we should already know. That I think kind of starts the whole trip. Because, he states in the poem in past tense.
What did you just do?
I just pressed the wrong button. I am sorry. I was trying to respond to an incoming text, and I pressed the hang-up button. Please call me back. Mike, I want to hear your story. I didn't do that intentionally. It was purely accidental, and I do want to hear your story. Actually, I'm going to call you back. Hang on. I'm going to call Mike back. Hey, Mike, sorry. Shelley accidentally hung up on you.
Oh, she's like that. Can't trust.
All right, so
can't trust those blondes.
So what? The blaze. What bothers you?
The blaze.
Yeah,
we're supposed to have found the blaze already, and in my mind, by seeing the blaze and knowing where the blaze is, that kind of sorta indicates to me that is the starting point in my mind. You go through the warm waters halt and take it in the canyon down, blah, 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 blah. And we get to the blaze. And a couple things. Bear with me, please.
All right.
All right. One time he says, if you were standing where the treasure was, you would smell pine trees,
sage,
pinyon.
Well,
whatever that is.
Pignon. It's actually pignon.
Pignon.
Say pignon.
And sage.
Yeah, but he withdrew the pignon part. He said that was a mistake.
Well, no, wait a minute. I never heard that.
Well, just because you didn't hear it, just because you didn't hear it doesn't mean he didn't say it. He said he took that back.
Well, what I did hear though,
okay,
which I'm thinking maybe is he did the same thing again. He said in an interview, and I saw it on I don't know, maybe your channel, maybe somebody else's. If you were standing where the treasure was, you would smell pine, pinyon, sage,
right,
and possibly a rock would hit you from a rock slide, and then at the very end he goes, "Ooh," and one of those I wish I didn't say.
Okay,
which confused me.
Oh,
because I don't know, is he referring then to the pinyon, or is he referring to the rock that could hit you on the head from a landslide, or just a loose rock tumbling down the side of the hill?
Did he say that the rock slide was going to hit you? Did he say you would be struck by it?
Yeah. He said, and possibly, a rock could come down and hit you on the head or something. And it's a filmed interview,
right?
That somebody had it with him, and right at the very end he goes, I just wish I hadn't said that one thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of confusing. Now back to the blaze.
Okay.
We should know where the blaze is. We really don't. We don't even know what it is. But knowing what we know about if we're standing where the treasure is, this is what we're going to smell and possibly feel. If we're standing on top of the treasure, if it's not buried, you're 5 inches higher, you can see the blaze more clear. Tells me the blaze is nowhere near where the treasure is.
Wait.
Is this making any...
No, well, it's not. You were making pretty good sense right up until there, but I think it's an assumption. You're making an assumption that you wouldn't be able to see the blaze when you're standing upon the treasure. Or do you believe that Fenn said you would not, just by exclusion, because he didn't say that you could see the blaze? Are you assuming that because he excluded it, you won't be able to see the blaze?
I don't know. My mind has not wrapped around.
Yeah.
As my mind has lapsed to do.
Yeah. So let's just look at this. I want to say logically, but I'm not sure any of this is logical. So if you're standing on the treasure, let's say you get to the treasure. You follow the 9 clues, begin at where warm water salt. You find whatever is represented by the clue, the blaze, and you look down to find the treasure, or at least let's say a crevice in which you can put a flashlight down and see the treasure. So you climb down the crevice or under the rock or whatever, and you do what you suggest, which is, let me get this 5 inches of altitude right, and I'm going to stand on the treasure. Are you assuming you cannot from that point see the blaze?
He said that you could see the blaze clearer or have a better view of the blaze.
When did he say that? I don't recall.
This was just like a couple of days ago.
Oh.
I saw this on one of the shows. I can't remember.
All right.
Might have been you guys. I can't, because I basically watch you guys.
Yeah.
So.
No. I haven't said anything like that. I mean, we haven't said anything like that because I haven't heard him say anything like that. So if there's something out there, when people tell us something new like that, I always ask them to send us some sort of citation so that we can go figure it out whether Fenn said it or not, and if he said it, when he said it, and how to whom he said it, right? Because we rely on Fenn's spoken and written words. We do not rely on things that people say Fenn said.
Right, okay.
So I think that's the caution.
I'm a novice. I have no desires or physical strength to go boots on the ground.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to stay here in Madison, Indiana, and just kind of waste some time thinking about this thing. But the blaze thing just keeps moving around in my mind, like it's there and the treasure is there. Now it's not there.
Yeah. So
and you can barely see it if you're standing on the treasure. We should have already found it.
I can give you my position on that particular matter. If the blaze and the treasure are not intimately connected to one another, that is, if I'm standing at the blaze and I look quickly down and there is no treasure, there's just some other clue or something else, then my faith in all of this will have been crushed. Because that's one of the things that I believe. I believe that he gave us clues that represent physical objects, and that when I'm at the blaze, if I have been wise and found the blaze, if I look quickly down, I will see the treasure. I believe that.
Okay.
I have to believe that.
That's
Because
some
if
of
I
the stuff I'm hearing about the.
Because if I don't believe that, then I have no reason for doing this.
Well, looking down could be from different perspectives.
No. I mean,
okay, just real fast. I don't want to make this long.
Let's talk about that. When somebody says looking down, when somebody tells you to look down, what other options do you have but to look down? I mean, that.
Well, what are you looking down to the ground? Are you looking down river?
We don't know. That's the whole point. We're just looking down.
Yeah.
We're at a point where we are within eyesight of the blaze, and we position ourselves as close as we can to it, which makes sense to me, and we look down. I expect to find a treasure. Because if I don't...
See, somewhere in my mind, I'm thinking this whole thing.
If I don't, then the whole thing is a hoax, right? You've got to have some faith. You've got to have faith that he hid a treasure, and that he hid it in a place that is represented by the clues. And that when you're at the blaze, if you look down, you'll find that treasure. Now, I'm not saying it's easy to get to the blaze, but you've got to have that faith, because if you don't, and I'm not a religious person, but if you're into this treasure, you've got to have faith that at least those three things are true, because if they're not, then you shouldn't be wasting your time with this treasure. When I hear people say it's a hoax, I suggest to them, don't even waste the time in the research that got you to the conclusion that it's a hoax. If it's a hoax, then it's a big waste of time.
Yeah, good point.
Not to mention that Forrest Fenn is then an evil man. I don't believe any of that. I think that Forrest Fenn did something that he thought was the right thing to do, that he wanted to do, that he thought would benefit people in terms of going in the outdoors and one day being rich. And I believe that there's a treasure, and I believe that when you're standing at the blaze, you can look down and see the treasure. If I don't believe that, then I'm just wasting my time, or I'm nuts.
Yeah.
All right, let's
go back. Go back to the point where they said that somebody had solved the first two clues, walked right by the other seven.
Right. So they didn't recognize what the others were. They had no idea. They saw the first two clues, and honestly, I don't think solving the first two clues is that big a deal. You've got to find a place where warm water salt, and you got to go the canyon down. All you have to do is have the right warm water salt and the canyon associated with it. I don't think that's a big deal. I think then the rubber meets the road, because you still have to have identified those other seven clues. I think they walked by them because they didn't know what they were looking for. All right, let's take on another caller, see what they have to say about this subject.
All right.
You gave us some good stuff,
guys
Michael.
Have a happy holiday weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Phone lines is open. The phone line is open. 866-597-9901. We still have some time. So what I was trying to do is Jan said he's going to be here hang on, give me a second. I'm turning off the phones for just 1 second because our guests were trying to say something, and that's how I accidentally hung up on our friend Mike. Okay, so 2010 will be, he's already outside.
Do you want me to go look?
Yeah, do you mind? No, here, let me. Well, you go look. They could be out front. Just have them come in and. They want a summary of what? Shelley, can Toby repeat what that man stated? Just have him come on in and sit in the living room, wait for us. Or they can come in and get their footage. So we got this filmmaker, this documentary maker that's interviewing a lot of people at Fennbury, and he wanted to come by and interview us and get some background. Anybody out there? Oh, I was watching the playback, and it's a little bit late. I saw Shelley go behind me, and that was just her going out. So they wanted to interview us, and it got progressively more difficult to schedule it because he was so busy with others. So he asked if he could come by tonight, and I think they're out in front of my house. They got here a little bit early. So I think what I'll do is I'll have them come in and wait until we end the show. but he did want to get some footage of us doing the show, so this might be an opportunity to do it. So, pardon me? Nobody there? Okay. Guess we don't have to worry about it then. 2210 is... Oh, wait, he didn't say. Oh, he said 2010. That's 810. So maybe he's wandering around Bernalillo someplace, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's open them. Let's not worry about that. Phone lines are open, 866-597-9901. Call in and tell us what you think about Mike's theories there. What if look quickly down means sight directly along? Samuel, I guess, again, I'll make the point that look quickly down to me is a relatively one of the few straightforward, literally uninterpretable. I guess you could make it more difficult and start, and I think that's what Mike has done here. If you start interpreting look quickly down as something other than that, then yeah, but why would you? It's one of the few things in the poem that doesn't leave a lot of room for interpretation. Where warm waters halt, home of brown, blaze, wise men, all of that leaves no place for the meek. There's a lot of room for interpretation, except in that last statement, look quickly down. Now, like I said, I guess you could start swinging around, see what comes of it as a result. But I think the one benefit that we have in all this is look quickly down to me is pretty dang clear. I don't have to figure out what the blaze or any of those other, I haven't. But I guess I could hope that look quickly down is specifically what he meant. But the minute you start going, well, look quickly down, could that mean fly overhead with a drone and shoot it? Yeah, it could mean any of those things. But to me, it's the one thing that's as simple as it's the simplest instruction in the poem. That's how I see it. Look quickly down. And all my theories, to this point, some of which I have not yet realized, have included the idea that when I'm at the blaze, somehow interconnected to it, either visually or tactilely. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Thank you. That I can look quickly down and see a treasure. That's why I've always imagined it's in some kind of little niche-y thing, niche-y thing on the ground, a niche.
I was thinking about a tweet I saw from Wonder Hussy about a naked bike ride. I think that would be very comfortable.
Yeah, it would be. Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen AGK. Toby, you were duped. LQD is a misdirection. See, that's what I'm talking about.
LQD.
If all of this is a big hoax and look quickly down doesn't mean look quickly down, that it's some kind of misdirection, then why are you wasting your time trying to figure out then? Because then you have to figure out.
Why am I wasting my time? That's the question. That is the important thing here.
So you have to ask yourself, if you don't believe look
I
quickly
could be
down.
Out riding a naked bike.
You believe, there's a
with Wonder Hussy.
Is Wonder Hussy riding a naked?
It was some kind of naked bike ride thing in Portland, I think, or somewhere.
And she went?
She went. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much her thing. Always that.
I just got to think about it.
Any chance to take
that
off her
wouldn't be
clothes?
Very comfortable. Yeah,
because it's a puzzle. I'm saying, you guys, he says, get back in the box. Don't overcomplicate it. Everybody that's given me advice on look quickly down so far has made it more complicated than just look quickly down.
I did say that. It was wrong, but
naked bike is okay.
Naked bike ride.
AGK is protecting the treasure location. I can't possibly protect the treasure location because I don't know where the heck the treasure is. Hey, you reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on looking quickly down?
This is LR from Texas.
Hey, LR. How are you doing?
I've got a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Go ahead.
If I send you my solve along with all the hints from the book, you think you might consider meeting us at Yellowstone?
No, no, that's a big no. That's a big Texas.
Think about it.
Talk to somebody
it's
who's
in the
actually
making,
looking.
so I just.
So
Anyhow,
I read
the
it.
other question is.
Okay, wait. Let me before that.
Go
Let me
ahead.
address that. So I read an email from a guy on Wednesday night. I don't have it anymore because I erased them afterwards. But I got an email from a guy Wednesday night who said, if you're looking in the Montana area, he would be happy to join you, or go look for it if he wants. He just likes being the outside. So there's somebody who you could talk to. Yellowstone. I'm going to drive 900 miles.
On.
Oh, there you go.
Storm on at Gmail.
There you go. That's the guy.
That's him. Look him up.
Storm on, if you're watching this, here's somebody who wants to go up to Yellowstone to look with you.
No, you did. No, I want to share the glory with you, Toby. I don't want to share it with some guy that just moved to Montana.
Well, that's very kind and thoughtful of you.
There's no reason you can't share it with us after you find it.
Right. That's exactly right. That's what I was going to say. If you find the treasure, you can share it with us. Let us know. Not the treasure, but all the other things. You can announce it on here. We've got Person and I here are.
Did you forget my name?
Working on that's where my memory is at this point. Working on building 3 different channels, and I came up with a 4th today. So treasure hunting is the last thing on my mind right now.
Okay. Not a problem. Well, you got to take a vacation, so just think on it.
Well,
the other question. You ready for question number 2?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
On your boots on the ground, when you and Shelley went on boots on the ground, did you discuss before you went? People that did not go with you, did you discuss where you were going and what you were going to do?
Yes.
Somebody knew you shared your
He always tells his kids.
Then.
Pardon me?
Always told the kids?
Yeah, I always tell the kids. I'd let my kids know where I'm going and what we're doing. So, yeah. And I use InReach.
And I tell my kid, too.
Yeah. I use InReach, which is a satellite communications system. And it actually posts the track. It updates the track every 9 minutes. And it posts the track to a page on the InReach site, which is now under Garmin bought it. But it's tracking on a map that tells them exactly where I am at any given point in time using satellite communications. And I give them a link to that map so they can follow our progress. As a matter of fact, I think on one show, I was being generous and I shared it with everybody. I shared the link with everybody that was watching. So literally everybody who was watching the show could follow our track that time. And we can send text messages. So I was sending text messages like, oh my God, there's a bronze chest on the river on the other side of the river. No, but it's too far to walk, I'd say. So yeah, we'll do that again.
Okay. Put me a favor.
Yeah.
Put me on September's roster.
September. I don't know. Considering the number of people that are going before you, there might be. Who do you want us to put it under? What's your screen name?
LR.
Oh, it is LR. LR from Texas.
Oh, LR.
I didn't know. Does he have the same screen? Yeah, I guess he does.
Okay.
All right, sir.
Gotcha.
Well, good luck. And when you find that treasure, let us know, and we'll do a quick interview.
We'll see what happens. We got to go through July and August yet. So,
yeah.
I'm sure I'll be talking to you and chatting with these folks.
We look forward to it. Let's see. Let me see who else is still out there. So we have a bunch of June people that didn't get it, that haven't moved. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, I remember on Wednesday you had that poor fella that got exhausted and, I guess lost his breath because he was at a really high height.
Yeah. Well, we got another one calling in next Wednesday, right? We got another one next Wednesday that is going to share his theory with us because he went, and of course the chest wasn't there. Somebody had beat him to it, so he finished in second place. So.
Yeah, right. I heard that.
Yeah.
He got darkness.
It got darkness. It went dark when you finished in second place.
Okay.
So I actually like those calls. I like those theories that say, the guy that found it up on Aspen Mountain, or found the hole up on Aspen, he put it up on a website and did his whole theory on the website. So the second placers are
all right. We all take care. We'll be in touch.
All right. We look forward to it. Have a good evening, LR.
All right. Good night.
Bye-bye. So I have a Smartline call here.
Mm-hmm.
That was an answered call.
Banana seat. Did they write it backwards? Funner and funner.
Oh, no, I didn't leave the voicemail. Here we go. Area code 701. Let's see. Bam, bam. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on the Forest Fenn treasure?
This is Joe Dodd. I'm calling from Dickinson, North Dakota.
Joe Dodd from
North
Dickinson.
Dakota.
What do you have to say, Joe Dodd?
That the look quickly down is tied with the what do you call that? If you've been wise and found the blaze.
Yeah. So let me ask you the question: do you expect that if you find the blaze and you look quickly down, you'll see the treasure, or do you have some other interpretation of look quickly down?
No other interpretation. Just to once you found the blaze, just to look quickly down.
Interesting.
And you're not going to see the bronze chest. You're going to have to see something that is he hit it,
right?
You know.
But you're within.
In a way that,
if you're standing at the blaze, can you and I agree that you're within viewing distance of the treasure chest in some way?
In some way, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know exactly how. Can I ask you a question? Are you using a landline to call in?
No, I'm using my cell phone.
Oh, I wonder because you're coming in on our left side.
Mono.
You're coming in monotone instead of stereo, and I just wondered maybe it's a landline or something. I don't know why. Did you drop your cell phone?
Well, maybe if I go outside too.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't. No, it's not a problem. We can hear you fine. It was just very different for us because we couldn't figure out.
Okay, but yeah, I'm just trying to say this without saying too much on myself.
All right. Well,
if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. We never ask anybody to divulge more information than they care to divulge. So we're not going to ask you what your theory is. But what state are you in, and where is it exactly? No, I'm just teasing.
It's not in Yellowstone.
I agree.
I used to think it was in Yellowstone.
You and I agree on that. It's not in Yellowstone.
But I can say it's close to Yellowstone.
Oh, really? So it's not in Yellowstone, but close. All right. So let's narrow it down just a little bit. Is it on the Montana side of Yellowstone or the Wyoming side of Yellowstone?
I'm going to have to say it's going to be on the Wyoming side.
Oh, nice. I liked that area. I like that area around east of, it's got a little bit south and east of Yellowstone. I like that area a lot.
The one line about where it says, and this will probably, I don't know how many people think about this. There's a few that are in line with this one. My thought is if you've been wise, it's one thing. And when he says, and found the blaze. So to me, that's 2 in 1.
Two different things. If you've been wise, meaning one thing.
Two different things.
Yeah.
Two different things in one line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I think being wise is a clue, and the blaze is a clue.
Right.
Do we agree on that?
But you put it in as one.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's not the first time. He's got to fit 9 clues in 8, 10 lines, right? So he had to make some magic in there somehow. So I agree with you.
No, but when I went in, I got to wait until August now. I was already in, I went in April just before Easter, and then I went again in May and in June.
How was the weather in April?
Which now it brought me, pardon?
How was the weather in April?
It was cool and a little bit wet when I went up there. That's when I thought it was still in Yellowstone.
Mm.
But it just took me to another spot in Yellowstone, which is, remember that movie, Treasure? What's his name? Is it you're gonna find another clue and then another clue?
No, you're asking the wrong guy who can remember anything. I'm at the stage where I need
Treasure
Shelley.
of the Sierra Madre, or it's a mad world. I don't know. It's treasure movies.
I'm at the stage where I'm asking Shelley to remember words that I don't remember anymore. To give me words that I don't remember.
Yeah, but it just kept leading me and going until now I'm at the final end of it here. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Just
give us an update when you get back. How far is the drive from North Dakota to that area?
Where I go, it's about 7 hours.
Well, that's not so bad. Not bad at all.
No, I get there, and then the next morning, I'm in hunting.
Yeah. All right. Well, call us back when you find the treasure in August.
Yeah, as we all hope so, Larry.
Yeah. I want to do that interview. That's all I'm hoping for, that people remember. Put little Shelley and little Toby when they find that treasure. All we don't want any part of the treasure. We just want to do the interview.
The interview, right?
Yeah, just the interview. We just want the interview. All right, sir. You have a good evening. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
You too. Bye-bye. So somebody said something, and let's see. I wanted to answer him because I felt...
You want to put the phones on?
Yeah, let's. Too late.
See what happens?
See,
gotta pay attention.
Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your? You have 5 minutes, I think, before we have to close up.
Hi, it's Jeremy, and I'm from Michigan.
Hey, Jeremy from Michigan. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I enjoy the show.
Thank you very much. We enjoy taking calls from people in Michigan. So.
You ever been here?
In Michigan?
The Great Lakes?
I have been way back when, but I haven't been there. I can't say I've been there within the last 30 years.
That's very nice up north.
Yeah, it's pretty up there.
But I wanted to say, what if Forrest, when he was talking about get back in the box, what if he was saying everyone's making it too complicated by stringing along clues?
Well,
like what if his poem it just points to like one specific spot?
Well, we know that it points to one specific spot, right? What you're suggesting is that if you so we know that there are 9 clues in the poem. We know that they are contiguous. These are things that he said. We know that the first of the 9 clues is begin at where warm water salt. We conclude that we assume that the last clue is look quickly down your quest to cease. What you're suggesting is that may not necessarily describe a trail, but a single location. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah.
How interesting. Well, that's a different look at it.
What I think about is when he brings in the students to touch the painting. That's what I keep going back to.
And what relevance do you think that has?
I think he, in his poem, is describing maybe a painting.
Oh, you mean a picture, an image that you could be able to stand there.
Or a drawing or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh. Hadn't thought about it, but it's certainly a different. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. So if you're in a place that's a 3-dimensional space, right, out in the mountains someplace, you're saying that in that 3-dimensional space, you could identify all the physical objects that represent the clue that are represented by the clues without having to ever move your feet, except to get there.
Yeah, like let's say it was like a landscape painting or something that Forrest once owned. Yeah. So it was even a special place before he had ever been there, just because it was like a favorite painting of his.
Well, you know what's interesting? What's interesting about this is about your suggestion. It piques my interest because there is a famous painting done by a gentleman whose name I cannot recall at the moment, but I will look it up, who did a painting of the Toltec Gorge, the area just before you enter the Toltec Gorge, which is the area that we're searching in, and he painted it in brown. He painted it in shades of brown. So maybe there is some sense of what. So here's what you're saying. I'm gonna steal your thought from you and turn it into my solution. Okay. So maybe not my solution, but I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. So maybe Fenn saw this painting of and I'm doing some confirmation bias here just for the sake of example. So maybe Fenn saw this painting in brown of the Toltec Gorge, and he took that painting, found that spot, and combined all the clues into just standing there and recognizing the various things.
Yep.
So technically what you're suggesting is if I had the GPS coordinates of where Fenn was standing, I would see all the objects that he describes in the poem.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm impressed. I haven't heard that one before. People are saying that this has been proposed before. I had never heard that. But the reason I like it so much is
I think it's interesting how he says it was the chase they saw, not the quarry.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I feel like that means something like everyone's looking in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
Interesting. Great
going
call.
on their own.
I'm glad I took the time to take this extra call, this additional call. Thank you very much for that. Because now
you're welcome.
It gives me something to think about the rest of the night.
Yeah, I've thought about, how everyone else is doing it traditionally. And I've even thought I had a good place to actually hunt, and it just fell apart in the end. And now I just kind of see everyone else's as the same thing.
Yeah. So what would be interesting? I feel like
there's got to be a lot more to it.
If you heard our Wednesday night show where we talked about writing the poem, hiding the treasure, the coin, and writing the poem, that was an interesting. You know what I'm going to have to do now? I'm going to have to go, whether they find the coin or not, I'm going to have to go back to that location and kind of do what you're suggesting, which is do a painting in clues of that particular location just to see if it's possible. I will let you know if I do that, when I do that.
When I started thinking about that, I started looking up like George Washington, and he used to be a surveyor. So like the idea I thought of is, what if it's a George Washington painting where he's surveying the land, and Forrest found that same exact spot, and he's just describing it in his poem.
Well,
something like that.
There are people in here saying that theory had been proposed before this. I'd never heard it, but so thanks for calling in and letting me hear it, and I'm gonna take up the challenge and see if it's possible.
All right. Well, thanks for taking my call.
My pleasure. You have a good evening. Thanks for calling in. Okay, so
reminds me of a show I used to like to watch, Night Gallery.
I love Night Gallery.
Yeah. There's one episode I always remember. It's kind of funny. It's like they had taken the paint off of the front of this, what looked like a painting, but it was actually like a mirror. But it wasn't a mirror. It was a scene, but it was a scene that you could jump into, and then you could go and explore this other world. And but there was, I guess, monsters and dinosaurs, and then so these people went into the other world, and this other person painted over it again before they could come back out. I was always freaked out about that one.
So I found that painting before we go. I've turned off the phone lines because we got to close up here. Let's see. What's it? Toltec Gorge, Colorado. It's not Colorado. Maybe at that time it was Colorado. By Thomas
Colorado
Moran.
Keeps trying to steal our land.
Steal our stuff, huh? So here's the painting that I was talking about. And that is
can't see it.
I'm going to change it right now.
Oh, okay.
So that's the painting I was talking about. It's Thomas Moran, called Toltec Gorge, Colorado. That's a print made from the painting. And those mountains are a little bit steeper.
Maybe he was colorblind.
You think? So he couldn't paint anything?
That's why he didn't see green.
So
that's
we like to call that the home of brown.
Another brown stuff too.
Okay, so what do we got going? So there's that, and all right. So thank you all for joining us. And for the person that called me that bad name, I put you in timeout because I'm not that kind of person. I talk on the phone all the time, and my job is to keep them going. And I think I'm a really polite phone taker, so screw you.
My goodness. I'm putting you in timeout.
Time out
for you, sir.
For you, big guy.
Time out.
Yeah, I don't know. Do people come in here intentionally too? That's how we do it.
That's right. That's how we put you in timeout.
So, and
thank you everybody for being here this evening, for all your great questions and comments, and hope you had a great 4th of July and enjoy your weekend. For A Gypsy's Kiss, I'm Shelley Carney.
Okay, and keep in mind that if you see us go live in the next hour or so, it's a faux show that we're doing on behalf of the guy who wanted to get some what do you call it, behind the scenes material for his documentary. Okay,
BTS.
So you can show up, but we will be faking it.
Fakers.
Until next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Make love, not war.